The following program is rated GE. It is suitable for general family viewing.
Well, thank you and welcome to this very episode of The Realtor. My name is Robert Dongo and we are here yet again to bring you all this to make sure that you're not stuck when it comes to working spaces, and more so what you need to have in mind as you shop around the best of the best. And I'm not alone as usual, but before that, I understand what you people have been asking when it comes to the best of working places, coming from location. Talk about the sizes, talk about the pricing, but more importantly, remember, your business is 80% dependent on the location and the ambience therein. I believe an office is not just an office. Working spaces is not just a working space. You need more than space. And beyond size, beyond all this, I want us to understand what we need to know when it comes to working spaces. I'm not alone. We have the Purple Dot experts, and I'm joined by one and only. The one in charge of public relations should be telling us what we need to know. Na ukisikia PR, basi jua sio kipindire. Hapa tunaongea mambo ambayo the PR from professionals. Purple Dot, karibu sana. Yolanda, madam. Good to see you and to have you on set.
Good to see you too.
Karibu sana.
Umesema watu wa PR ni watu wa kipindire.
Tunawajua. But guess what? She's an expert and she's here in charge and representing Purple Dot as a developer and people who you can look up to and of course get yourself something good. Karibu sana, Yolanda.
Thank you very much. Umesema hii karibu maraka sita.
Say hi. Na utuambie wewe ni nani na unafanya nini huko?
Well, I think you've just covered it all, but for the sake of it all, my name is Yolanda Nzere. I head PR at Purple Dot International Limited. In case you're wondering, like he said, Purple Dot is a very trusted and amazing real estate company. We are developers with very, very many projects that are out here already, others are ongoing. Yeah.
Thank you. Now, I believe when you talk about a working space and you've been developing these, facilities, you can tell us what is it all about a working space, beyond the size. What is a working space?
I think I like the fact that you've come to us because as it is right now, like we've taken you around, you've had a chance to see our development of the working space, the offices, the Purple Dot, it's called Purple Tower. It's our one and only tower of the offices. And when it comes to beyond space and beyond the size, we ensure that the people who buy from us, the people who rent from us are very comfortable in it. We are very big on comfort. We are very big on technology. We are very big on inclusivity. We are big on anything amazing in 2024. For instance, Purple Tower right now is an EDGE certified building grade A. What do I mean? I mean it incorporates, it's good on both environment and in mental space of your workers, your employees, or anyone who chooses to rent out that space. Yeah.
And now you've touched a very sensitive area when it comes to working, your mental stability. I want us to look into features by which we can talk of that which enhances my mental stability as a worker or someone getting space from you. What is these features that you're including in your projects to make sure that you take care of that?
I mean, it's everything from the design to the feel of it. When you're driving in from Mombasa Road and you're coming into the building, you'll notice from the entrance, the facility has amazing features, from the sliding doors to the atrium that is incorporated with the greenery, to the natural lighting, to the fountain that is out there. We were trying to bring nature into the office space so that for the, we call it vatu in the Indian. It's Indian for mental space and mental peace, and where you're able to calm your spirits and control them towards positivity. So that is what Purple Tower gives you, because if you walk in, you see everything that it is: the space, the lighting,
the general ambience. Maybe.
Yes, the ambience is amazing.
Right.
That is the one thing I would like to say. We've given it the top-notch ambience. If it comes to the nature, we've ensured that we are on the top of the list to saving things like electricity, saving things like water. We've ensured that all those things are very taken care of.
And maybe, if I may ask, when it comes to all these saving, even away from Purple Dot and away from you as a developer, what is these basics that the modern person who is looking for a place to work from should be considering?
Right now,
Right.
the one thing you should do is, well, the space of the office. That is the one thing. Space of the office. If you're walking to an office, what is it that you want? You want your people to be very comfortable, yes? So you do the space, you do the finishes, you look at the finishes. Is it material that is health friendly? You get, is it something that you would want to stay in it for the rest of your life, knowing it's not going to affect you? So you consider the parking space, you consider the other different amenities around that place, like let's say the boardroom, the water supply, the electricity supply. Do we have a backup generator? Do they have like break rooms where people can take a break, go rest? You know, all these things. Do they have what type of lifts do they have? Do they have service lifts? Do they have fast
Speed.
yes, speed, high-end speed lifts? All these things are incorporated to it. Do they have good security?
Right.
Do they have good fiber connectivity? What is the location of the building? Is it servicing everywhere that I do? If I need to access a place, am I going to be, is it going to save me time? Can I go to, let's say like now where we are located, can you go to JKA? Can you enter into town? Can you go to
Right.
Langata Road? Can you go to industrial area? Can you go to Upper Hill? So all these things that you consider, location, amenities, the space, the material that the building is, all these things are things that you put into one so that you can actually decide what you want. And then now you start by, now you look at the pricing. That is one of the most important things.
Okay, all that put together. Remember, we're talking about an eco-friendly kind of a working space, and today we are privileged to have the Purple Dot on set, and they're telling us what you should, of course, put your mind. An office is not just an office. And there's a very conspicuous question that I came across when you talked about the working space. You remember from the co-shared, or rather the co-working element in this. But away from that, there's a question that you are asking, and I understand we're talking about, you asked rather about the relationship between your output or your work productivity. How is it intertwined to the location? And again, I want to pose this question to you because you've been, I know the project we are in, we are talking about Mombasa Road. How is my productivity connected to the location of the office I'm taking?
Well, like I said, the one thing is the positioning of the building. That is the first thing. Because if you have to come from so far, experience too much traffic to get to work, by the time you're getting to work, you're exhausted. Yeah? So automatically your productivity goes below the level it's supposed to be. That is the one thing, yeah? So we have worked around it in the sense that we are centralized, yes? We're in a position where you can get to us very, very easily. Jogoo Road, Langata Road, Mombasa Road, Upper Hill. However you're choosing to come, it's centralized. It's a place where you can actually get to it. You're coming from JKIA, there's a whole expressway there. You just drop down, take the roundabout, and you're coming into the office.
Right.
That is the first thing. Number two, productivity and the office. It has to have, like I mentioned, you have to have this ambience that actually is accepting. You're from a place where you've tackled traffic, you've done this. You need to walk into a place that actually speaks to your inner peace. You need to relax. How do you ensure that? Natural lighting, spacious, all the amenities are available. You don't have to struggle with space. You don't have to struggle with lighting. You don't have to struggle with water. You don't have to struggle with, all these things are there. And if that is not enough, we've given it a touch of green. You understand? Yes. So if all these things don't calm you down, then there's that aspect of nature that actually calls on to you. Yeah, you need to relax, you need to focus, you need to, there's an atrium, there's lighting, you cannot not be comfortable at that place. I won't even lie to you if you can't even not be comfortable in that place. Because all the aspects of it's like the way you go for a session,
yes,
and you're told by your doctor that you need to come, close your eyes, breathe, think about a natural place and all these things, we've got it. If you need to focus your energy on the greenery, it's there. If you need to focus your energy on the water, it's there. If you need to focus your energy on the natural lighting, it's there. So what is your reason to not be calm when you're coming into the office? The moment you're comfortable,
You are
Yes, your mind is at its
productive.
best.
You're just
Yes,
productive.
so that is what we offer. Yes, beyond that, it's between you and the employer to ensure that
you
yes,
size
you
and
give
see.
yourselves
Right.
a comfortable place. But for us to ensure that you provide everything that you actually need.
So gone are the days when we talked about enclosed working spaces where you have to have the steamer on throughout. Some of these things are changing daily, and that's why she's saying you need natural lighting. Number two, about the resources, the water, and all this. But again, I believe we also accessibility came in handy. Yeah, don't look for an office that your customers and client cannot find you easily. You need to integrate all this. And having said that, before maybe I cut you short, we talking about the integrated systems, integrated technology, integrated, communication. Are you having, not you, is it right? Is it something to consider when you're talking about this to someone who want to have a perfect office?
But of course, yes. I mean, who wants to look for an office that does not have fiber connectivity? That is technology. Who wants to be in a place where the lifts are too slow? Okay?
Or even
yes, armors in a shake or something of that sort. People want a place that is efficient. So if that is what you're looking for, then you have to consider all these things. Aside from accessibility, yeah? When you're coming there, for the differently abled people, do we have access for them? Are they going to be comfortable? Do we have the facilities to cater for them? Yes. Do we have facilities to cater for you? Yes. Are you comfortable? Aside from the security, CCTV 24 hours, there's all these things that are put in place to ensure that it's 2024. Yeah, we're no longer doing it the old way.
The
we are
8 to
here.
5.
Yes.
We can continue.
Yeah, you're here, but you're hating the fact that you have to go home because this place is very comfortable for you.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you very much. And why we saying all this is because gone are the days, as I've said, when you had to struggle, maybe reaching your place of work, and as well as also finding it hard to explain to your clients where you are. And number three, once you're there, what are these features? And we are coming to that because you need to understand, should we have the eateries? Should we have, the parkings? Should we have all this integration when talking to a perfect, or rather talking about a perfect working space? Don't go away because we're having the Purple Dot on set, and they shall be telling us more about this shortly after this break. Yes, welcome back. This is the Realtor, a show where we bring you everything that pertains and regards matters real estate. And today, we are privileged to have the Purple Dot developers on site. And why we are having this is because they are working on this facility we are in, which we are using as a point of reference, just to tell us what is this that we should be having when it comes to working space, offices, and the features that should not miss in any of your office areas. And number three, why are we having this, and also the possible trends and the dynamics therein. And welcome back, Yolanda.
Thank you very much.
I'm happy to have you. Now, when you talk about such a structure like we are in, we're talking about Purple Dot. Can you tell us? We have seen instances where we have people who tell the clients that we sell per, or rather we lease per square meter. Number two, you cannot go beyond, or rather below this threshold. Others are open. What is the beauty of having it open, and also what is the beauty of having it, predetermined?
Well, it all comes down to the type of business that you're doing. That is usually the most important thing. You see, you're told you only buy a shoe type because it fits your needs. That is the one thing that happens. So usually a lot of clients go for what they need. For those who sell it by square meter, those are the people who actually service people who actually don't need so much space, first things first, not very, very big spaces, and they're able to afford per square meter. But for those guys who are looking for, let's say, a huge space, most of them prefer not going by the square meters. They actually just go looking for a space where it accommodates the idea of their business. Usually, most of them are like that. But now you see, when you come to a grade A office, like the one we are in right now, you get that we sell it by that because of the determiners of the whole idea of a grade A office. For them, they have actual constituents of what you should do and what you should not do for it to be a grade A office. Number one, you cannot sell a size below 1,000. You get. So if you're doing anything below 1,000 square meters, that cannot be. We cannot sell that to you, or any other grade A office cannot do that to you, because these are already set rules that are there, and we have to follow for it to actually become a grade A office, all the way up to whatever square feet that you want.
I have seen a challenge emerge in, especially when it comes to grade A, right? When we talk about the expansion of the same, like my immediate neighbor is equal as me. What happens when these clients want to expand?
Most of the times, you see, once we already have sold to you, the actual plan is usually what you came in with.
All right.
This is what you told us, you want this square feet, and someone else has already taken this other space. So now, how do we make it work? We either look for you some other space, if it is available still in the building,
right.
And if not, we look at your space and how we can configure it. Let's say you wanted to do 10 tables and all this. There's a way interior design comes in to help you create large spaces, even with like a small space. There's a way that all this is. Maybe you do minimal decor inside and, you know, all these things. But when it comes to spaces, now assuming we already sold you this space, there's no way we're going to tell the other person to move so that you can come there.
Now, is it possible for people who are leasing such, or rather buying such space, let's go to leasing, especially because I understand for Purple Dot, you do both sell and lease.
Yes.
On the leasing side, is it possible for me to lease and sublease at the same time?
Yes, you can actually do that. You lease from us, and then you sublet to someone else. That is on you if you're deciding to do that, because as it is, we understand that some people cannot actually cater for the whole office. There's something that has come up that is co-working spaces. These are things that are happening right now. So if you're choosing to go that way, we cannot come and interfere with whatever you're doing. The only problem we'll have is if you're choosing to interfere with the exterior of the building. But for your space, you are allowed to sublet it, to, you know, design it however best it fits your idea of an office. But the exterior design of the office, there is where now everyone has a problem, because you see, we can't have your space looking like this and then another part. The uniformity is everything. It actually sells. The reason why it has to be beautiful. But if you're choosing to do co-working spaces and all these things, again, it is your model of business.
I believe one trend that we're experiencing in the modern today is the essence of having, like, you are going to an extent, the developers are going to an extent of providing that which I need for my day to run through. And I've seen places with extras, places with a swimming pool, eateries, and all this. What's your take, and what do you consider for you to have that incorporated in your structures?
Well, first things first, I'd say it's a plus as a developer, because you see, the better it is, the more you get business. Everyone is looking for something that top tiers is out of the ordinary. No one is looking for just the common offices that we've been having. Anyone who understands the model of to-date offices wants an extra thing. Why do I need to pay you this much money for an office that does not have provisions? So let's say you want a swimming pool because maybe your work is stressful. You want to ease your mind at the end of the day, or you want to do this and that and that. If it is there, then it's a plus for everyone. You get, let's say your boss, we've given you this space, and your boss is the type of person who wants his own toilet, he wants his own bathroom. So what do? We provide a provision. Most developers right now are providing a provision for that, so that when you come in and you decide a boss, or maybe you need to have that type of place in your area, there's a whole provision for it. You can come set up a loo, you can come set up a bathroom, everything is there. The connectivity, the pipes, everything is put in place.
So this happens at the conception stage?
Yes.
All right.
We look at it, we think about it, we say, we provide all these provisions. It's up to you to decide if you want to use them or not. You want HVACs, we've given you whatever we've given you, but if you want extra, there are provisions for it. You get, we've given you an open space. We don't design it for you to be a cubicle, or you just come, we sell you that shell so that you decide.
Now you'll talk from a very neutral ground. What are the benefits of having a furnished office, whether you're buying or leasing?
A furnished office is the easiest thing for you to have. You're coming into the country, let's say you do not know anything about this place, you don't want the hassles of each and everything. It's a come in, work and leave. There's no liability of you taking care of buying and purchasing. It eases the stresses of all these things because we've already done it for you. You're coming in, the space is beautiful, it's provided by everything. If you want a coffee maker, it's there. It is an easy way of telling you, we've got you. Forget the backlog. Be productive and then just go home.
Let's touch something small about offices and the interior design and how they affect someone's psychology. Like a developer, how do you determine the paints and the shades to use when you're doing all this?
Well, I think I love that question because, like I mentioned, there's something that we refer to, it's called vatu. Vatu is basically all about your mental space. They are calming shades. When you go to Google right now and type calming shades, productive shades of colors, there are all these colors that are inspired. Let's say, for example, you're looking to do a restaurant. Let's take it away from the office. You're doing a restaurant, and this restaurant, you want it to be calming, nature-based. You notice most of them pick the brown color. Yes, because it's an earth color. And it's a place where you're going to be relaxed and open. You're having open conversations. It's an earth color. It's not bugging. It's not requiring, demanding. It's there. It's easy. It's it. It always goes with the theme behind the whole idea of the project. If you guys are sitting down to do a whole project, there's something that usually determines it. We're coming up with a residential area. What project? What do we want behind it? We're coming up with an office. What do you want behind it?
Last one. Yeah. What inspired your purple dot approach? The purple as a shade and also that and the location.
Well, aside from the fact that purple is one of the most favorite colors of the people who own the company, royalty, luxury, are the things that we provide. We ensure that all of our projects are luxurious, they are comfortable, they give you top-notch experiences. If you look at anything we've done, I kid you not, even the houses are grade A at this point. It's just that we can't go measuring them to within the grade A facilitation, but we pride ourselves in giving you the best.
All right.
Yes.
Your parting shot on this camera. We are very happy, and I know we cannot exhaust what Purple Dot is all about on this episode. Kindly tuambie, what do you want us to take home when it comes to office spaces?
Office spaces are where you spend most of your time. This is the place where you get your money from. This is the place where your creativity flows the best. This is the place where you spend the whole day, actually half of the day in. You should be able to be very comfortable. You should allow yourself to be very comfortable when you're there, because it affects like 95% of your life. This is a place you come to consistently. Every day you're here. Every day you see the same faces. Every day you see the same walls. You use the same facilities. You're here. So if it's not comfortable, you're going to have a very hard life. You're going to be stressed. You're going to be spending a lot of money on massages. So if you're looking for an office space, just try and ensure that you give yourself quality. That is exactly what I'd say. And do not forget a place that has eateries, like we have downstairs and upstairs. We have amazing eateries for you guys. So you first ensure umeshiba, alafu uko kwa very comfortable space and you're very productive.
Ukimaliza kushiba, basi na mimi nakuambia tupatane kwa hicho kipindi kingine katika Realtor. Thank you so much for keeping it here. Today we had the privilege of having the Purple Dot, and remember they are developers. This very place we are today along Mombasa Road. Could you be having any question pertaining, working space and how you can go around perfecting your place of work? Just contact us on TV47 Kenya, the Realtor TV47, Robert Dong on Facebook, and all these shall heard to you so that you can respond. Thank you once again, and until next time, may God bless you.